All right, guys, your notes are actually just this one page that I gave you. And then your homework, there's not a quiz on Canvas tonight. It's that worksheet that I gave you, 1 through 12, where you just need to graph the lines for each equation. All right? So let's talk about graphing lines using your slope-intercept form. And remember, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. And remember, m equals your slope, and b equals your y-intercept, which is where your graph, your line, crosses the y-axis. All right, so here's your steps that we're going to do. It says, first step, circle the y-intercept and box the slope, okay? Then it says, determine if the slope is a positive or a negative. Remember, if it's positive, up and to the right, and if it's negative, up and to the left, okay? Then you need to plot your y-intercept, okay? And then your fourth step, you're going to either blank up or down, then blank over left or right to plot at least 3 points. This is what your slope part is. What does the M stand for? It stands for rise. So you're going to rise up or go down, and then run over left or right to plot at least 3 points. All right? Then step 5 says connect a line and draw arrows at both ends to show the line goes on infinitely, meaning forever. Okay? So on this page there's 4 examples. Let's go on and graph these 4 examples following these 5 steps. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. So remember I had told you that we are going to circle the y-intercept. That's our b. So minus or negative 3. And then you're going to put a box around your slope. Now it's 2. So my slope is actually going to be 2 over 1. Because you have to have it in fraction form. You got to rise up and go over. Now if you look at your slope, okay, let me actually erase this. Pretty sure you can see. Okay, let's do this one more time. So we're going to circle our y-intercept and put a box around our slope. And it's a positive 2 over 1. So this is a positive graph. Okay, so your first thing that you want to do is we want to, now that we figure that it's a positive graph, we're going to go on and plot our y-intercept. That would be step number 3. So our y-intercept is a negative 3, so I'm going to start my origin. I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, and put a dot. Okay? And then it says we're going to rise up 2 and run over 1. So up 2, 1, 2, over 1. Up 2, 1, 2, over 1. And you need to do at least 3 dots, or 3 points. I could go again, up 2, over 1. I can also go back to our y-intercept and go down 2 and over 1. And notice that my graph is facing up and to the right because it is a positive slope. Therefore, it needs to be a positive line. And then our 5th step is to connect the lines, or connect the dots. It's not very good. Do a better job of connecting yours than mine. And then draw your arrows at the end. All right. Let's go on and go to example number 2. And that's all you have to do for graphing. So example 2, let's go ahead and circle our y-intercept, okay, and put a box around our slope. Our slope is a negative 2 over 1. Do a better circle. Okay? So because it's a negative slope, my graph is going to need to go up and to the left, this way. Okay? So first things first, we're going to plot our y-intercept. It's a positive 6, so I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's right here. On the actual line. Okay? Now, I can't rise up any because I'm already at the end of the line. Even though this graph actually would go on forever, I can't rise up any, so that means I need to just go down 2 and over 1. All right? I'm going down 2 because you start with your numerator. So you're either up or down, and then you're over left or right. So I'm going to go down 2, 1, 2, and over 1. So down 2, 1, 2, over 1. And to make this a negative, I need to go to the right. That way my graph starts forming this way. So down 2, over 1. Again, down 2 over 1, because remember, you got to plot at least 3 points. Down 2 over 1. And then connect your dots. Whoop. Just a minute. Hang on one second, let me fix that. All right, that looks a little bit better. Okay. So notice that every time when I start, before I even graph anything and I even touch my graph, I'm figuring out what my slope is and I'm figuring out what my y-intercept is. And then I'm figuring out if it's a positive graph or a negative. Then I finally will start graphing by starting with my y-intercept. So I don't even do anything with the graph until I figure out what my y-intercept is and my slope is. So let's go on and move to question number 3 and 4. Okay. So again, let's find out what our y-intercept and our slope is. Let's go on and circle our y-intercept. It's a -4, and our slope is a positive 3/4. So it means the graph is going to go up and to the right. Okay? So let's start with our y-intercepts and go on and plot it. So it's -4, so down 1, start your origin, down 1, 2, 3, 4, and put a dot. Okay? And because it's a positive slope, we're going to start going up and to the right and up and to the right to make it a positive. So I'm going to rise up 3, 1, 2, 3. Whoops, I'm supposed to put that there. Okay. Rise up 3, 1, 2, 3, over 4. Run over 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to put a dot there. It's harder than it looks when you're trying to use this without a real pencil. And then up 3, 1, 2, 3, and over 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's right here on this line. Okay? And I'm going to connect my dots. And put arrows at the end. Okay. Next question, number 4. Y-intercept at 0, and then my slope is -2/3. So I'm going to rise up 2 and over 3, and it's a negative graph, meaning that my graph needs to face this way. Okay, so let's go on and start with our y-intercept. It's at 0, so I'm going to put a dot there. A dot, not a million dots, excuse me. And then my slope is -2, 3. So I'm going to rise up 2, 1, 2, and over 3, 1, 2, 3, and dot. Up 2, 1, 2, over 3, 1, 2, 3, and dot. And I can go the other way as well. I would go down 2 and over 3, 1, 2, 3, and place a dot. And then your last and final step is going to be to connect your lines. And don't forget the arrows at the end showing that this line goes on forever if you were to continue graphing it. Okay, that's it for tonight's notes. Don't forget to do your paper copy of your homework. There won't be a video tomorrow, but there will be a quiz on Canvas tomorrow night. So no quiz on Canvas, but video tomorrow. Also, don't forget warm-up 5 and 6 is due. Have a great night, guys. Bye.